So we have created the People's Fund of Maui that will put money directly in the hands of the people who need it right now. So if you send a donation, just click where you see below and send a donation. That money is going to go to one of many residents who have been displaced in Maui. We guarantee.
Did I just witness what I think I witnessed? Please don't tell me I just saw a billionaire standing next to a multi-millionaire begging the average everyday citizen for donations that can barely get by due to a real-life recession, living paycheck to paycheck, barely can pay rent, barely can put food on the table for our families, okay? Living in a real-life recession in a country where our president is giving away all our resources to another country for money. If you two don't go take your Hollywood elite behinds to your other Hollywood elite friends and politician buddies that got millions like you do and billions and get all that money together and help out Maui, you are out your damn mind. Please don't insult our intelligence like that. And after you guys do all of that, you will have enough money to help the rest of us. Boo. Get out of here with that. The nerve.
Oprah, come here, baby. Come here, baby. You asking for relief aid to those poor people in Maui that lost everything. Ain't them your neighbors? I mean, you used to be giving away stuff on your show. You get a car, you get a car, you get a car. Why can't you reach into your $2 billion net worth and say, you get relief, you get relief, you get relief? Instead, you down here asking me for money. Back to school just started and we as parents are wiped out. Half of us just got our job back since COVID. I know it's been a long time since you've been broke, but let me just tell you that the prices in the 90s when you was broke are not today's prices, baby. And then you got the nerve to come down here and ask me for money with your own personal bodyguard who's easily worth $800 million alone. I know at least between the two of y'all can both come up with about $2 million to help your neighbors out. I mean, Oprah, it ain't even like you got to pay a deductible on your insurance because your property wasn't touched. Between you and the president only giving $700 to those poor people, I don't know who worse. Nah, we got to get Joe out of there, man.
How many times are we going to laugh in their faces and blatantly disrespect the people of Maui? Some of you might not be ready for this conversation, but I'm somebody who questions everything, and I think that this is damage control. I haven't even had a chance to touch on this topic yet, but let's start out with the $700, the pocket change that was sent over to the islands to help rebuild and restore the island. $700, a slap in the face. Joe, listen, I know you've been napping the majority of your presidency, but babes, $700 barely covers groceries nowadays. Forget rebuilding. I think I can speak for everybody when I say I would prefer my tax dollars go to our own people to help the people within the country as opposed to the billions that have been sent over to Ukraine. Now over to Oprah and The Rock. Okay, so they started like a little GoFundMe, a fundraiser to help the people of the island, which is respectable, I guess. They're doing more than the government at this point. They kicked the fundraiser off with a $10 million donation. I'm guessing 50-50, $5 million each. I don't know how it was broken down exactly. Regardless, pennies to them. In case you guys forgot or you just didn't know, a simple Google search would tell you that Oprah's net worth is $2.5 billion. The Rock is $800 million. Him being one of the highest paid actors in the world. Now listen, to play devil's advocate, I am in no position, nobody's in any position to tell somebody else how to spend their money regardless of how much they have. The real kicker with this whole situation, which most of us are aware of, a lot of the elites, the super wealthy, their properties were not touched by these fires that ravished the island, specifically Lahaina, including Oprah's staggering 2,000 acres that she owns worth of land on this island. If you care that much about this natural disaster in the island of Maui, how about you give some of that land back to the native Polynesians that inhabit it? Now these super wealthy and investors coincidentally want to swoop in now and try to purchase this land off of these poor people that are in a state of desperation. Back to this fundraiser, I do think it's damage control, like I said, because Oprah's under fire with everything going on. And it's a shame because even if they are doing this out of the goodness of their heart, it's hard to trust them. I don't trust the higher ups, I don't trust the elites, I don't trust the government because we've been fooled and bamboozled so many times, especially with shit like this. Everything is so calculated and strategically done. Like the fact that these billion-dollar properties were not touched, but yet the city of Lahaina was just completely taken out. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Than the Biden administration, which, you know, hey, they're only giving $700. The rest of the aid is being held up because Biden wants to give money to Ukraine, right? He wants to make sure Ukraine gets paid first before Maui.
Today, I haven't had any money come in. I haven't had anybody call me back. I didn't have anything. I have no idea. I lost my house. I lost my car. I lost my animals. I mean, come on, man. We're not getting anything. Till today, I still didn't get my meds. I cannot get my meds yet. My medicine was all burnt in my house. My rent money was all burnt in my house. I have no money anymore. I think Joe Biden should take his $700 and get back on the fucking plane and go home. That's what I think.
I don't know exactly what it's going to take for people to realize just how screwed up this administration is. But again, maybe it does take these types of disasters, illegals invading cities, for Democrats to understand the consequences of their voting habits.